You're going to be a starting pitcher. You better have really good body and arm alignment. A lot of problems happen right here with alignment based on how the ball comes out of the glove, how the fingers are positioned on the ball as you start it down. So we got fingers on top of the ball, the thumb is underneath, and we're going to come out of the glove and it's going to be in this position. Where pitchers get into trouble is what happens is they'll take the ball down, all of a sudden this action is going to happen. They're going to turn the ball. The fingers are now going to be facing the plate. They might end up hooking the wrist, but maybe not. But they might end up taking it, instead of going this way, they drop it down. Now what happens is, now they're coming over here. So how you come out of that glove and get that arm swing going is going to determine a lot with your alignment. As Matt brings the ball out of the glove, okay, he's coming down. Now we got the elbow here. Now the hand overtakes the elbow. That's an arm swinger, and he's going to take it all the way up to this position. Just swing your arm out so you get up into that high cock position, okay? So what happens is when Mac takes the ball out of the glove, you know, it's in line with his trunk. So the beauty is when he lands, the hitter out here can't see the ball from right here. It's behind his head. So that when Matt kicks his trunk into rotation, boy, here comes the ball. And again, it's very deceptive. So alignment out of the glove is really important. We want all the weight loaded on the backside, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a lot of distance to move the mass of the body through. And if you don't start right in a good loaded position, that's not going to happen. And what you'll notice with young kids, they never really start that way. They'll start with the, their center of gravity is too far forward. They got their head out in the center of their 2 feet when they want to start by shifting back. So here we are right here. He's balanced right here. He's loaded. Now we want to get the front hip moving out off the back leg. So what actually gets you moving off the back leg is the back hip. You can picture loaded on the back side, and then what you want to do is you want that hip to lead, so we're going to push off the back side to get that front hip going out. You've got to lead with the front hip. It's an aggressive move. Once we're loaded on the back leg, we don't want to stay there too long, because if we stay there too long, I'll tell you what happens. If we stay there too long, you'll see it a lot of times. The pitcher will get up here, he stays too long in the backside, and all of a sudden, you notice the back leg collapsing. The weight transfer, once we get shifted off the back leg, the weight transfer is so important because you want to maintain the chin or the head over that belly button. Because if we get that too far forward, then what happens is our center of mass, center of gravity has shifted too far forward, we're going to lose power. The most important aspect of pitching, in my opinion, is what kind of a landing position you're in. Okay, so we want, if we draw that line, midline, from here right toward the plate, we got a slight angle on Matt's foot, slightly angled. We got a nice long stride. All right, now what I want to focus on here, when we land, the position of the knee in relation to the ankle is important for being able to get stability when you land, because you have to land, brace up this front leg. If the knee is right over here, or slightly on the inside, which is fine too. This is fine. But if that gets over here, now what's going to happen is you've lost stability, and that knee is going to start turning. It's going to start going forward, and your power is gone. When the pitcher lands, we talk about opening the jar, and try to think about the pelvis, the pitcher's pelvis, as the top of a jar, like a mason jar. And what we want to do is we want to spin that top of that jar open as fast as we can. The back leg is what does it. You know, the foot is turning, the leg is twisting, and the leg is extending, and the extension of the back leg is what drives the hip forward. The inner thigh is the main muscle, the big muscle in the leg that's driving that hip, so that when he turns that foot over, boom, he's getting everything turned real fast. We're going to open that jar really quick. As he starts to move, this back foot is going to peel itself. It's going to peel away, and we're going to have that big toe is the last component when he gets into ball release. So get in that ball release position, your hands out here, boom, there it is right there. We got everything working here. Everything, the full length of the body.
Now, a few days ago, we were lucky enough to have Mariano Rivera here, giving a personal pitching lesson to a few of our pro swing athletes. Now, he shared with us 3 fantastic pitching tips that I want to share with you today. Now, we have our pitching videos, our upper half pitching videos, and our lower half pitching videos. Mariano's tips covered all of these, so let's get right into it.
Okay, right here. Then I'm here. I have to go all the way across.
Yeah.
Right here. Okay? I'm close. Right here. From here. You stay close. You close here. I'm close. Already. I don't have to be like this. No, I'm close. I'm right here. From here, you go forward.
Okay, so Mariano's second tip now deals with not flying open on your pitching delivery. Let's check it out.
You have to pick up your leg. Or, I don't care how you do it, but you have to get to this point. Pitchers do it like this, but it don't matter. You have to come to the stop. You have to stop. You have to stop. That's your balance. That's your strong. And then with here, you drive. Now, right. When you do this, automatically, you're gonna fly up.
Yeah.
You're gonna fly up and it's gonna fly.
Yeah.
But for you stay close.
Mariano's third tip is all about accuracy. Let's see what he's got to say.
This is how to go. This is where you're going to the target. This is your eyeball, all right?
Yeah.
Bullseye.
Yeah.
Bullseye. Right there. Do that. Like that. Like that. Then just close when you hit.
Well, there you have it, the greatest closer of all time, giving you some valuable pitching tips. Talked about staying closed, not flying open, and how to look down your sights and increase your accuracy.
Yeah, Coach, you've worked with a lot of successful pitchers over the years. What advice would you give to kind of young high school pitchers coming up? What's the most important thing that they can kind of master to get to the next level?
Well, it's a process, and you have to find a way to prepare yourself. Again, the 4 legs of the performance table, the health and performance table. Make sure your mechanics are sound, that you have the strength to handle the pitch totals that you need to throw, and that you're mentally emotionally prepared for a game of failure, because baseball is a game of failure. And then metabolically, are you putting the right things in your body for you to prepare, compete, and repair?
For the last few years, injuries have plagued the USC Trojans pitching staff. But with first-year assistant coach Tom House, those days are over, courtesy of his unique conditioning regimen.
There's 4 pieces to this puzzle. There's mechanical efficiency, there's their functional or usable strength, there's their metabolic or nutritional makeup, and then there's their mental emotional. And that's kind of what we're doing here. Conditioning takes no talent. That from top to bottom, feet to fingertips, that their strength would allow them to have the pitch totals that we asked out of them on the mound. After we got them in shape, then we started working on their mechanics. And then it's an ongoing, everyday thing when it comes to nutrition.
Early on, when you feel like you're bulletproof and you're young and you just have a lot of ability and you're doing well, but as you get older, you're looking for every edge to stay in the big leagues, and so diet became more important for me as I passed the age of 30.
In a collegiate environment, these kids have a lot of trouble eating properly, but we try. And then the highs and lows of the mental emotional side of the equation. And I was very unaware of how much stress these kids are under as a collegiate player, with tests and papers and presentations, classwork, and the competition of a Division I program.
He's helped just with, when you get to the ballpark, knowing what you need to do, trying to block all that stuff out. You go through the day, we have so much work, all these distractions, but just coming here, knowing what you need to do and really focusing on just the game.
Do you think it's possible, I don't know if you have the time, to kind of give me a couple pointers here in the pen?
It's really easy. When you start forward as a hitter, a thrower, or a pitcher, your head should only go toward the target. So number 1 priority is, what does the head do when you're throwing at the target? So just do this for me. Pretend you're throwing at the camera. Stand right here.
Okay.
And just pretend like you're throwing, not pitching.
Am I out of the stretch?
No, just throw. Just go ahead and throw. All right, now you can do this. His head went up and down about 2 inches. That's a fix in the knees. His head went right to left about 4 inches. So for every 1 inch of inappropriate head movement, it's going to cost you 2 inches of release point. Now square up again, same way, like you're ready. Now bend your knees 2 inches deeper. And when you step to throw, put your nose right in the camera lens.
So, okay.
Go ahead and pitch. Put your nose Now, he just got 6 inches closer to home plate with something as simple as what his head was doing. His head, if you look, and I don't know if you can compare the previous delivery with that delivery.
We'll fix it in post, it's fine.
Yeah, and if you do that, you'll see his first delivery, his head went up and down and to the left. That one, your head stayed level and went straight at home plate. Duh.
So I can go from 63 to 64 miles per hour on the fastball.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Does that make sense?
It does make
now,
sense.
64 isn't going to buy you a whole lot, I'm telling you right now. But
the beer leagues it will.
Beer leagues, it might work out just fine.
I gotta dip 2 inches and then nose straight to the home plate. All right. So I've been like this before. Come down, touch. There you go. There you go. Get a little zip on that one.